Good morning, Fred. Good to see you. There. We'll just pretend we're listening to music. And don't forget to grab your OP badge down below. Oh, I love that view. That's pretty. All right, we'll get started in a few minutes. We're up here today because last night there were some issues with the builder. I almost had to rage quit, but I think it's okay. We'll see. I'm not sure. But to be safe, I just kept the build up here. I was like, I'm not gonna play with fire too much. Just a little. And thanks for being on the YouTube channel, Fred. I'm just a small streamer. Oh, Fancy, good morning. I wish I had some way of like rewarding you guys. Like, I don't know if Twitch streamers do that, but I think they do, where they can like give you goodies for, I don't know, for coming and logging in. Ooh, I have to plug in my little fan for my computer because otherwise it's gonna overheat. It's so nice when it's quiet. Like actually this morning I didn't have any of my fans on my laptop and it was super quiet. I was like, why don't I hear anything? And then I realized it's because there's no, jet fans trying to cool off my little sad laptop. Because I don't know, yesterday, like I all those heart guns, the guns that shoot the hearts, I feel like those are collectively really like load bearing, load heavy for the atmosphere. Could be wrong. And I see the birthday boy, Dr. Drip over there, Crypto Minotaur. Welcome. I'm gonna assume that you guys are here for me, but I know you're here from last night. So, oh, I better check my stream. I'm gonna fly away. And I made this up here for Dr. Drip last night. Because happy birthday, Dr. Drip. So let's see if I can get away from the scene and come back. Oh, I love that. Isn't that cool? Oops, I forgot. I gotta fly. Let's see. Can I see it? I don't think I could see the screen from here because it's too far away. But look at these memories. Dr. Drip. See if I can land on that one. Ah! Nope. Ah! Okay, these are safe to land on. They are so cool. I had fun making these, putting these together, just drifting through memories. Oh, I should make a landing pad. Can I just land right in front of Fred? Boom! Oh no, I didn't make it. Okay, but the screen is refueled, so it works. Gosh, that could be a fun game too. Um, you have to land on a certain obstacle. Did you see how I grabbed that rock? I was scared there. I was like gripping on for dear life. Oh, hello, Sin and Fancy. Reward us with class knowledge. Oh, get out. Get out. Fancy, I am running out of things to teach people. This is kind of it. Like, I got colliders, I got textures, I got more colliders. Kind of like I can animate something, but I'm not sure. Like, it's honestly, it's been getting harder to be like, all right, what can I teach people? And I don't want to waste anyone's time. Like, I feel really bad if I'm not 100% like feeling really good about what I'm going to teach people. Then I'm like, I don't want to waste people's time just for the sake of like, oh, let's do a little class. So I think I need to learn more skills so I can teach more skills because the Creator Hub has, a ton of stuff in it. So I should really jump into that. Or have Old Guy come and just Old Guy can teach the class because he's doing so much cool stuff in the Creator Hub. Um, but I think today will be really cool. I think that'll be fun. Alright, I need to shut my sound off. I don't want to hear myself. That's like, if we want to talk about scary spaces, let's just be in a hallway and like listening to ourselves talk. That'd be pretty horrifying. Having to hear your own voice. Alright, let me make my spam my little announcement. Okay, guys, this right here. Don't you think I kind of think they need to change this. Look at how hard it is to find the groups, the communities down here. You have to scroll through all of your friends. That's such a good problem to have. I know. Our build our basics live starting now at La Cantina. It's blue. I always say click these blue numbers to jump in. Click these blue chords because new users maybe don't know. So if you're ever telling people like where to go, I don't know. That's just what I do to make it a little easier. See all these people? I feel like eventually they might need to change that and just make it a little easier to find. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I will get this. It's almost time, so I'll get it set up behind the scenes. I think we're ready to go, but I'll give just a minute longer. Oh, water? Yeah, okay. Fancy says water would be cool sometime. Yes, that's a good idea, Fancy. Really good idea. I was thinking about water, but then I didn't know. Yeah, I guess I was thinking about it and I didn't I thought I thought about it and I didn't go any further. So now that so next week, let's do water because like there's a few different ways to do water. Obviously this is like my swimming pool. But there's definitely some better ways to do it. And yes, thank you. Like if you have any suggestions, I'm kind of at the point where I would love to have suggestions, or I'll just teach you some crazy stuff. Okay, crazy stuff being I don't know what that is. I don't know what that would be teaching you. But it is time. It is 9 o'clock. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. There's Fred, our frequent flyer, and me. And happy birthday to Doc yesterday. I'm in my Dr. Drip gear, maxed out, because Doc is amazing and has done so much for Decentraland, for the wearables, and just helping people. So thank you. Let's see. Today we are up on top because so this is why I wanted to wait. Just like I had a heart attack yesterday. I might still have a heart attack. We'll see. I think it's okay. I think it's a glitch. But this is kind of a big deal. Yesterday I couldn't, and a few other people could not post bills that were over the triangle limitations. So it would seem that on a random Monday afternoon, suddenly they flipped the switch to enforce triangle limitations without telling anyone. I think it's a glitch, because if it's not, I'm seriously gonna freak out, because this scene right here will never, I can't publish it again. It's just a few over the limit. And when I say a few, it's like 500,000 over the limit. So, and then not just that, but textures and materials. So I was like, I don't want to change it out. Like, I literally don't think I can, because it's too high. Oh, I see somebody down here. We are up above. Alright, so that being said, that's like a big deal in the building world. I'm hoping it's just a glitch. I actually tested a scene last night over here. You can see right over there in front of me. I'm going to turn around so I don't have to fly all the way back. That one was able to publish, so I think it's okay. But man, if they enact the triangle limitation for real, I don't know what I'm gonna do because some of these scenes are so big. Like the Mardi Gras scene, I would never be able to publish that. So that's why we're up here today, friends. And I'm hoping that it's just a glitch. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna worry about it because to be honest, it's such a big deal that if it is a problem, it's a big problem. But we're not gonna worry about it yet. But I was thinking today, like, okay, maybe I should talk about like triangle, like optimization and stuff. That might be a good idea, but I think rather than panic, I'm not gonna panic this week. But good gosh, guys, if next week is about triangle optimization, you know that like it's a permanent fix. So fingers crossed, it's just a glitch. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to build. Today we're going to try to do liminal spaces, aka like back rooms, aka just like a scary, spooky, empty place. So I'm going to start in Blender. I've got 4.4.3. I can grab everything, or I can just hit A for all, and then X to delete it. And I'm going to put, I'm going to hit Shift A, and let's do a plane on the bottom. I'm just going to make this kind of big. Oh no, my cat is going to try to get up by me. And they always do this, and then they knock everything over. Hold on. No, Jimmy, this is really bad. Alright. You can stay because you're a good dog. You can stay because you're a good cat. Alright, one of my cats got evicted. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna have this on the bottom. Actually, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna make it exactly 16 meters because that helps knowing exactly how big one parcel of land is. And then I'm going to just add, the nice thing about this build is it's all square. Like, we're just gonna do simple hallways. So I'm gonna hit Shift A and a cube. Now there's a way to do this that that would save so much time because I'm going to have to put the texture on the cube and just get it looking good. So I could go back, actually that's what I did yesterday with all of the Dr. Drip cubes. I just went and grabbed an old cube from the glider build that already had like the faces on the right side, and just that saved time. So I was like, oh, I could do that today to save time. But I want to be able to show people, you know, every time, like, how we're doing it. So I've got this guy highlighted. I'm going to put the texture on it before I start making my liminal space, because otherwise I might make it in the wrong direction. So I'm going to hit New. I'm going to hit right by base color, this yellow dot, image texture, and then I'm going to grab my image. I'm going to say, what kind do I want? Oh, I've got a bunch of them. Let's grab wall. And then in order to see it, I'm going to come up here, click that middle one. Ooh, and look at, like, it's a gorgeous, creepy wall right away. So I want to make sure that I see it the right side up. So I'm going to tilt. And remember Rustan's tip to go down here. Thank you, Rustan, for that. And now I can make this look better because I know this, I mean, it does look like a wall, but it's just one little small part of the wall. So making sure you're clicked on that, go up to object mode, edit mode, and then UV editing, and then you're going to see all 6 sides of your cube over here. But remember, this is, I wish they did this as a default. You always have to go back over and do that again. I know we just did it, but Yep, just gotta do it again. All right. So since this is a cube and this cube is gonna be my wall, I I don't really care what the top and the sides look like so much, or the back. However, if I make the back look good too, then I can just make this like a wall, and I can, instead of making like each side facing out look good, and then I have to like duplicate it, I could just, this could be like one wall. So I think I'm gonna do that because it's just like a smarter way to build. Uh, Click, okay, let's do that. Try to stick to one way of doing things. Alright, so hopefully you can see this well enough. It doesn't show up as much, but hit A, get all your textures, and then you're just going to, you can kind of see which part of this is showing up on the right. So if you're going to do something like this, just, you know, I think I was always overwhelmed, like, what am I looking at over here? But just move things around until you start, like, orienting yourself, and you're like, ah, okay, I know where I am. And I want the bottom of this, I don't want the floor to show because I think that'll lose, your brain will be like, all right, they're cheating, that's not really it. So I want just a little bit of the debris in the corner to show up, and then make it as wide as we can, like that. And I could leave this top, but I think it would be best to put it down like that, because then you really get the top of this is black. And I want this to be, now I can look at it. I want it to be like a long hallway that I look down. But if I stretch it, then this doesn't look very good. You can see it's kind of stretched. So I don't want to stretch it. I want to make it, I mean, probably like that is realistic. Probably like that much. That looks pretty good, detailed, and like realistic looking. One thing that's interesting so much is how, see the glare right here? Um, if we just go over and take the specular off, shout out Dr. Drip for teaching me this one. If I just go right here, specular, IO level 0, boom! Oh my gosh, so, oh, hold on, we gotta boom that thing again. That to that. That is such a game changer. If I really want this to feel like a dark, dark desert hallway, oh my gosh, look at that. Ooh, that's inside. That looks cool. Definitely take the specular off of all your textures. Okay, so on this side, this is, I've decided in my head, like right here, this is going to be my main wall. But on this side, I want it to also look really good. So same thing, edit mode. I'm just going to click on this face. Make sure you've got this little icon right here. If it's this, you're just going to grab the sides. So as long as you grab the face, you're good. And then go into UV editing. And it might look weird because you're like, wait, why is it down there? It's just how it goes. And try to get it set up. Ooh, ooh, it's upside down. Did you see that? It's upside down. So I just have to do that. Rotate 180. And now it should be right side up both ways. So now when I'm making this hall, this maze, liminal space, I don't have to worry about it. It looks pretty good on all sides. These guys, the corners, yeah, I could actually just clean that up. You could tell it's been stretched. You can see all that. It actually kind of looks cool from the inside, those little pieces. But since we don't know where the pieces are going to end up, let's just do this. What we got to do is stretch, I think stretch this guy down. Yeah, there we go. All right, that looks good. And then on this side, same thing. There we go. Okay, so I love it when like one asset, one piece can really be used for a lot of different things. Um, this is one parcel of land, and so I need to know how tall it is for one thing. Um, I'm going to hit Shift A. Let's add a cube, and the cube is 2 meters for us Americans. 2 meters, that's 6 feet. So that's roughly the size of the avatar right there. Okay, so do I want tight walls? Tight walls are like a tight ceiling, that's kind of spooky, but I think I want like high ceilings. I think having it like, oh, let's see, cuts down below. I think having like a tall ceiling to walk through is good. And you could actually start your liminal space with a tall ceiling and then slowly work down to a lower ceiling, but without making it real obvious. So by the end of your experience, they have this like subconscious feeling, and they haven't, don't make it too obvious, but you've slowly shrunk in their space. You could also make it where the space, between when they're starting, they've got a huge hallway to walk through, but eventually it narrows. So I think things like that help make it like a, I don't know, like a spooky experience. Okay, so that's a good place to start. Now, liminal spaces, if anybody hasn't heard of liminal spaces or backrooms, it's a huge phenomenon in other games. Roblox has backrooms. Yes, I just copied it straight from Roblox, guys. I said backrooms. Hopefully they didn't copyright the name. But basically what it is really spooky, scary places that are empty. And there's something about humans that we don't like being in big, empty places, especially like a hallway of a school or a hotel. I mean, there's reasons why movies like The Shining are really scary, because you're just in this like big empty hotel. But it's not always that. I'm trying to do something that's more like, I don't know, like creepy, dystopian, abandoned. You can see the texturing on the side kind of is matching that vibe. Excuse me. So what I want to do today is just get basically the experience of the maze set up. Last week, we looked at how to add elevation into a build. And so basically like taking an icosphere, making it big. Just going to do this real quick. Okay, and then you have a hill. You can put a castle on the top of the hill. And I'm talking now, what do you put inside that? Because that is absolutely space that is golden to be used. So if you have, if you have like a beautiful, I don't know, cool, fancy something on the outside, but then you have a creepy space on the inside, that is just like A+ storytelling. So that's kind of the idea here, is that last week we got ourselves some space to work with. This week we're filling the inside. So I don't need the icosphere for now. I'm going to delete that. This is 1/16. This is the size of one parcel of land. I want to do this on many, many parcels. So what I might do is start just eyeballing it with this and repeating it, because this is the quickest way to just get a lot of space on your map. I might do a 9-piece, and all I'm doing here is just duplicating. There we go. And I don't make it perfectly match, because I want to see the separation in these, just so I kind of know, like, all right, which block am I on? But then I'll also leave a little bit of space on the side. I won't go too far. All right, so here we go. We have a nice hall, and I think like there's nothing worse than just a long hallway that disappears into the unknown. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to assume my spawn point might be over here, which means I need a wall to put right there. So I'm going to turn this guy around. -90. on a scene like this, and we've done something similar with the escape room back at Halloween. Like a scene like this, it's going to take you a little time to get it set up, and then once you've got these pieces, the building is just gonna, yeah, that's when you can like really pop off and really build fast. So it's kind of cool just to see how quick you can move. All right, that looks good. So spawn point, I might even just throw in, I don't know, let's just do a cylinder to show like that's, I'm gonna make it emissive pink there. Okay, so that's my spawn point. So that is where I want people to come into the experience, and the first thing they're gonna see is this long hallway. And I'm sure everybody can kind of, guess how this is gonna be built. Like a lot of repetition. Oh, but I didn't tell you how I did that. So hold Shift down as you're selecting all of these, and then Shift D duplicates them. And oh, you know what I should have done is left room over here, but that's okay. So I'm going to make this the longest hall that I can in this space. Let's see. We probably have room for 2 more right there. All right, so on a 9-piece build, there you go. And maybe I want to actually put some texture on the bottom just because it's white and annoying. So I'm just going to click that texture. I don't even care that it looks like, the walls that we just put. When you're like this, it doesn't really show up. We'll mess with it and put something there later. But kind of, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look good. But you get this feeling of a hallway, and try to walk through it as if you're an avatar walking. So that's a good place to start. But now let's see. We would want to make this like a cool maze. Actually, this is hard. This is hard to see it now that I've done it. So if I want to take a texture off, I just click on it. I could change it. It could be like, boom, emissive pink, yay. But I think I just want to do the negative, like subtract it. If you can learn textures are going to be, in my opinion, the best thing you can do to make your build look good. The user that came into Decentraland this week, they said, there was somebody on X that then said that a lot of the graphics looked, not so good. And yes, it is like 2002 called, they want their metaverse back. At times, I'm sorry, that was mean. At times, it can look like that. So, not all the time. Decentraland's beautiful. But I also think it's okay to be like, yeah, there's some places we can improve. And so, one of those places is texturing. And I think sometimes I do really well, sometimes I don't. Like, sometimes, I still have a lot to learn. But I think, like, the Mardi Gras scene turned out really well. I like that one. But yeah, this is a great way to do it. Now, I think with liminal spaces, what I want to do next week is use the Creator Hub to put some reactions, some things that happen in here. So today, I just want to get this all laid out and like see what I can do to make it feel like a maze. And so using that duplicating tool, that's going to really help. What I could do actually is just completely get a hallway lined out and then go from there. But I think I want to make my entrances a little bit smaller. So I'm going to move them as they go. So ooh, look at that one. Should we just make it like a super tight hallway? And then do these guys. So for a maze, I think it's pretty easy just to start making something amazing. Now, could you make so bad. Could you make it like this so that they think there's something back here? If I start resizing this though, it's going to change, the texture of the panels, so I have to be careful for that. But that will make them walk all the way down to see if there's anything back here. And then, nope, there's not, but I got you. And then the more you can turn people around, you know, the more of a maze that it would be. I think it's also good to like leave room for stuff. So like if you play the game Backrooms, there's something coming through these halls trying to get you, and you have to hide from it. It's actually like really, it's actually really scary. And the reason it's scary is because they don't show you what you're running from. I hope I have the right game. Is it Backrooms? I think it's Backrooms. There's a few of them. So my son and I play them together. And he's like, run, Mom, and then hide. And you have to hide because this thing is coming through. So ultimately, that's what I think would be fun to do in here, is make it something that you're hiding from these, you know, whatever it is. I probably wouldn't have monsters. I'd probably have something like humans that are coming after you. All right, let's see. It would be easy. It'd be easy to make like a cool game, like a cool. I guess liminal spaces maybe are like escape rooms in some ways. All right, so that's going to be there. The other thing I want to do now is change the environment, because if you're just walking through this texture the entire time, that's not, you know, it's gonna get boring after a while. So I think what I will do is decide at one point, at a certain point, I want to change the theme. And let's see, maybe right here, because it just seems like a good idea. So on the texture that I made, I tried to save, I tried to put multiple pictures on there so that I don't have like this wall number 1 gets this much, and then wall number 2 gets this much. I know that's kind of confusing, but it saves on like materials and textures when you enter it or when you add it to Decentraland. So to kind of like the way you have to try to be careful with how you use triangles, you have to be careful with how you use the materials. So I'm going to go back into edit mode, click on this guy, and then in here, yeah. Now I'm like, wait, what? Did I not do that? Am I lying to you? No, I think this is right. Let's see. But where is the rest of it? Did I totally just lie to you? No, I think it's a glitch. Let me see. Image texture, that one. Build it forward. Oh, I did. I lied to you. Okay. Hold that thought. What did I save it as? Oh my gosh. Did I? Where did I save it? Okay. Here. This one. Here we go. Alright. I'll show you what I did there. My brain, I don't know, like, because I've used this wall before. I love this wall. So, on the existing wall we had, this is the only picture. So everything is going to be using that. And it's kind of high on, like, resolution. So to save resolution, this is what I was looking for. And it's just basically 3 options. The wall that I used, it's still there, but then right next to it is a different wall. And then right next to that is a different wall. So when I go through and I'm trying to, you know, make this look good, I could choose this one and then go in here, do the same thing that you already saw us do. Here we go. And now, from the outside, you can see that's different, right? Because the specular. I'm going to change that back down. Okay, so visually, these guys are the same. But if you look at the size of them, which I'm trying to think of how I look at the size. I think I'd have to look on the. Oh, I don't know how to look on that. This one is going to be optimized better. So it's going to take up less materials. And I learned that the hard way when I built the Mardi Gras scene last year. I did not know that. So every single asset I used had its own special fancy, they all got their own texture. And then this year, when I tried to go in and launch it, it's like, you are, you know, like 90% over the limit. So then I had to go through, carefully add different images on the texture to make it work. So that's just, it's a huge, huge lifesaver if you can do that. Okie dokie. Let's see. So now if I want this area to kind of change, maybe I want this to be more like metallic. All I have to do is move that over there. I don't want that shiny part because I think it's gonna look real repetitive if it's really shiny right there. Ooh, even that. Okay. And on the bottom, yeah, I'll leave a little bit of rock. So you can see. Okay, so now all of a sudden that side looks really good. And I'm gonna X that one out and then just put them over here. So then when the viewer gets to this section, they might not even realize it, but they've just entered kind of a new area. So get rid of that one. Rotate. Let's see, 90. Okay. I think the benefit of these kind of experiences is like this is extremely easy, I think, easy to do, easy to make a big experience. And now if you're doing this, you could put this in a world, you could put it on land in Decentraland, but you could make a really cool experience. And I think content is something that we're really missing right now. I think we need way more content than we have. Just even simple things like this. So it's also why I'm like, we need more content. We need more things to do. So I think I'm going to put a square right here. And rotate. 180. And then to save time, I'm going to grab those guys, just shift, hold, duplicate. Okay, that one maybe is not a time saver, but kind of. So I could actually get rid of those two and then stretch these guys. And, ooh, you know what I could do is turn this into a room. What I would like to do is put game experiences in here where you have to like grab something and run through it. So if you put the time in to make one of these, you know, like a escape room, liminal space, whatever it is, then you could reskin it to be 1,000 different things, but you could also have this experience be like, yeah, today it's an escape room. You have to find your way out. But tomorrow, you know, you have to run through and you have to collect, you know, 15 shiny rocks before you can get out. Something like that. All right. Let's put a wall here. And I think I'll leave that wall because it doesn't, yeah, don't need to change that. This would be so fun to actually have like your friends running through it with you, where you have to, you know, if your friend tags you, you're whatever. You lose a point, whatever the thing is. That would be super fun. I played laser tag this weekend. I was away from home, and oh my gosh, I tell you what, I love laser. Oh, I love games like that. I love paintball, laser tag, stuff like that. So, the best part about it was these little spaces where you could hide from. Let's turn that. Let's make this a little bit longer, and actually, maybe right here, we'll add another one of these guys. So I can imagine, like, everybody running through this. Oh, Severus! Hello, hello! Gotta say hi. Sev is playing today in Decentraland, which is gonna be awesome. If you haven't listened to Severus play, you gotta make it. Gotta stop by. He knows how to light the place on fire. And Henny, which is crazy. Both of them together. I don't know if we can withstand it. Okay, so this, I think this is a good shape. I will just create the shape and then like reuse it because it's so disorienting. And this shape right here, I think I used this a lot this weekend when I was playing laser tag because I was just running and running and running and like finding really good hiding spots. Ooh, there we go. That's like a cool little place to get lost right here. Go. The cool thing is once I get one side of this done, I can just duplicate it and put it over on the other side pretty easily. So the time that you spend getting it set up, I think it might be tedious in the beginning, but then when you reuse this for every, I don't know, like every, whatever other experiences you want to do, I think this is really good. To have at least one of these ready to go. Ooh, that's a cool spot. Now, why am I keeping it all 90-degree angles? I can do that. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. So this whole section in here is just gonna be like that. Maybe I should have like maybe I should have an event where you have to find your way out. And if you came to this class and you're listening right now, you're gonna be like, oh, I remember which way did it go. I can make my way out. All right, so how does that look down here? Oh God, that's crazy. So we need a smart wearable or something that when you touch another player, um, you like tag them. And I know that the Creator Hub, they're doing something like that where you can grab something and carry it, which is really, really cool. Okay, to save time now, I'm gonna go to a new section. I'm gonna just grab these pieces because they work and I'm lazy. So I'm gonna bring them over here and I want to change the texture again. Here we go. Alright, so let's see. I think I don't want to use one of these. I want to use a new one. Go back to the image texture. And where did I find that one? No, I had it in this one. Okay, so now I want to go a little cyberpunk. And you can see the high reflection. I hate that, so change that right away. 0. Ooh, that looks better. So when I want to do this, I mean, there might be a better way to do a bunch of them, but what I think I'm going to do, material 4, just look at what material it is. So a lot of times I'll be like, oh, what is that? Material 3. Okay, boom, and then material 3. Or I could be like, oh, what is this one? Material 1. Click this, material 1. So those materials, when you're changing them out, you can do it so fast. I would say, like, fall in love with a texture. Like, find ones that you really, really like, and then use that over and over and over again. And you can also, like, use different parts of it. If I wanted to zoom in close on one part, that would be better than, you know, uploading a completely different texture. Okay, so right now I'm going to do that, and material 4, so that's all like cyberpunkish. But let's see if we want it, like, I can tell there's a little overlap, so I'm going to go into edit mode, UV editing, it puts me over there, that's, okay. So now, is this, oh, don't do that. Okay, those top 2 were not selected, so let's see. I have some cool textures that, like, this is neat because the top is kind of glowing. These guys are cool because there's room for, like, a light. I think I want to do that one. There's good there's ways you can do this if you're a good builder, or if you're still working on your build skills and you're not 100% there yet, like me. You can do it this way. And oh, you know what's gonna that blue is going to show a seam. So I don't like that. I don't want that to happen. So what I'm gonna do is kind of bring it in there, like that. So that looks awesome. And then all I have to do is put a light up there, and it's going to look even more believable. Oh, okay. There's this right here. I can see like there's a little bit of overlap that um, does not look good. I think I thought it did here. I left it because I thought this color, I thought that would match, but it does not. So I'm gonna do that, and then there. Okay, this kind of bugs me. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay, so like if I really was gonna nitpick, I would want the brightness to be right here and fade out to dark on all sides. I used this one that had like a blue light over here because I thought it would be cool, but what I really need is it just to fade to black. But I'm not gonna worry about that for this. But look at it bugs me. It looks stupid. It looks bad. It looks bad. But sometimes you just have to like, oh no, 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 I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta make it better. My friend told me, my coworker told me I was a perfectionist once. I was like, no, I'm not. And then I was like, okay, you, like, I feel so called out. What are you talking about? But I kind of realized maybe sometimes I am. All right, I am going to leave that. I'm not gonna let it bug me. But like, if you really wanted to make it good, you wouldn't see that right there, that little seam. But we're not going for good, guys. We're going for done, not good. All right, so I'm gonna have a big hallway because I think the big hallways, big, scary, luminous. I'm gonna select all those. I'm gonna duplicate them, and then I'm just gonna twist them around, get them close. Look at my number 180. Thank you, Ston, for that. And now this is in the way. That over there. Now we have like a cool hallway, and I want to put something on the top to kind of close it off. So, okay, let's see. I will just, there's a lot of ways you could do it. I'm just gonna duplicate that guy right there, smush him. I don't want to put like the lid, you could say. I don't want to put the lid on anything yet because it'd be super hard to build with a lid on it. However, I do want to see what it's going to look like. Okay, so that's going to show up. So I'm going to go up to object mode, click that, and then highlight this guy. Get a good view on it. And then I'm just going to make this small. Doesn't really matter. Maybe I want it to be like, no. It's like, maybe I want it to be that. Nope. I'm just going to make it small and kind of here where it's dark. There's no texture. It's not pitch black because like there's very few things in life that are actually like pitch black. Usually there's like some definition. And now I'm just going to make it as big as this. It's also faster if I do it this way than trying to make a bunch of these tiles and matchups. Oh, okay, that has potential. So let's see if we can do something cool on the floor. It would be about as dark, I think, so go down here. I think I could just flip it. negative 80. It kind of doesn't make sense. You can see like bricks on the ground, but I'm gonna leave that. What I want to do is create, since these are lights, you can see the glow, you can't see the lights. Now, I think Decentraland has ways to do it in the Creator Hub where it has lights that are coming down, and that's kind of what I want to recreate. So, what kind of lights would they have down here? They'd probably be kind of, I don't know, like creepy-ish, and I'm thinking, I don't know, like an emergency light. So Shift A, cylinder, I do not need it 32 vertices. Oh, it's giving catacomb vibes? Yeah, it is. Let's see, maybe 10. So that right there, if I use 10 vertices instead of 32, that's going to be way more triangle happy. And as I said, and anybody that's just joining me now, we're up above in the cantina because yesterday something weird happened where a few of us could not deploy because our scenes were over the triangle and material and texture limits, maybe by like a couple 100,000, like literally we were way over the limits. And that's not been a problem, but yesterday it was. And so I can't deploy the cantina because it's like 500,000 tries over the limit. So if, yeah, hopefully today it's all back to normal. But that's why we're up here. So let's see, a light. I am actually going to take this top. I can't get in there and see very well, so there. If I click on this and then I scroll through here, this is a big one. And then would find the one, it's kind of hard because the cursor's on it. This one right here is highlighted. And then if I just blink, it's still there. I don't have to move it, but it's just not in my sight. So that is a big like time saver. All right, so I'm going to try to make this a light. I'm going to try to make it emissive. And then it's just cheating, guys. It's not shining on the wall, but my texture is going to make it look like it's shining on the wall. So it gives me the ability to have skills I don't have yet. So let's go to material, new texture. I'm going to change from principled BSDF up to emission. So that means that little sucker is now a light. But I want it to be a red light. Maybe this is the red light district. I don't know. And then do it like that. When you're doing emission, this is not the color it's going to show up in Decentraland. I can tell you that much. You got to mess with the colors to get it just right. And then the strength, let's just blast our eyes at 5. So if you see people's shirts that are shiny in Decentraland, glowy, this is how they do it with emission. And I guess I heard you can't do emission on mobile devices yet, so yeah, it's kind of interesting where this shows up and where it doesn't. I don't want this floating in the air, so I want it to be attached to something. So I'm going to hit select it on that, Shift D. I'm going to just make another one that looks like it. And then I could do this a couple ways. I could just grab the texture of the wall, but I think I don't want to do that. I think I just want to make a new principled BSDF, click on the base color, and just drop it down to black. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that is way less material heavy. So that's usually what I do. Let's see. I'm going to go back to, this is an easier way to see it. I'm trying to think, do I want it attached straight to the ceiling? I think I want to hang it down. So I'm going to Shift A, grab a cube. I could use a cylinder to make it hanging from the ceiling, but I swear I'm so traumatized, you guys, by triangles that even now in Blender, I'm always using a way to do it where if you are not going to see this up here, I do not need it to be a cylinder. I just need it to be this little, I think it's a 12 triangle cube. And that is such a better use of triangles than a cylinder. Now, is it realistic to have a square conduit hanging a light down? Not really, but nobody cares. It's kind of like the 10-foot rule in acting. Nobody's going to see that. Ooh, but they might see my specular, so let's turn that to 0. I'm just going to say thank you to Dr. Drip every time I do specular, because that's what a big deal it is to me. Okay, so now we got a light. I'm gonna hold down Shift, select all of these. Oh, look at that! Look at that! What Joker built this? It's not symmetrical. In case you haven't noticed, my life loves symmetry. All right. Okay, so now select, select, select. I've got all those selected. Now I could just leave them. And if I thought I was going to come back to these, I would just leave them. But I think it's safe to lock this one in. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit join. And now that is one object. So I don't have to like click like if I didn't do that. If I didn't do that there. If I didn't do that and I was like, ooh, let's move the light over here, and I'd move that piece, and then that piece, and then that piece, it's a real big pain in the butt. Sorry. Whoa, had to keep it family friendly, guys. So, right click, join. There you go. A lot of like what I'm doing lately, and especially like with this, I'm just trying to save time because I'm building so much stuff at once that if I can just turn this into one object, it's so much easier. Now they're offset a little bit because some joker, aka me, it's just not aligned, so that's good. Alright, so I got both of them. I'm going to Shift D, repeat. This is when building is just a dream, you guys. This is just a cakewalk. Look at that. Boom. It's so fun when you get something set up and then you can just duplicate the heck out of it. That's pretty fun. Okay, it is fun for me. Some people might not be so easily amused. But there it is. Gonna go find my ceiling over here. When you're finding like the parts you've hidden, just look for that closed eye one. Alright. Boom. There you go. Now, are those lights going to give off like emission? Yes, they are. They are going to be like lighting up the wall. Are they gonna, like if I didn't, let's just say that I had that as a black wall, it would not show up the same. So right here is like the perfect example of why you want to make your textures, look really good, and like match your environment. Should the ceiling have some light on it? Yes, it should, but let's not worry about that. Should the ceiling be attached? Look at this thing. I didn't even have it attached. So if we're going to complain, we should probably start with like right there. Let's put it down. Okay. So we've got our little liminal space here. If I duplicate this, since it's a good shape and it works, I could put that over here on this dark. I feel like I want to sing Hotel California on this dark desert hallway. Dystopian wind in my hair. I don't know what other lyrics. I do like randomly writing out the song. It helps. When I was a teacher, it helped my high schoolers get work done. Because I was just like, guys, if you don't do work, I am going to sing. And then I had students in my class that loved Frozen, so we were like, we are going to sing Frozen. So it's I'm okay with randomly breaking into song. Okay, there's a really cool thing we could do here. Let's see. Let's just I want a square. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do a square the old-fashioned way. I think there's something so creepy about fluorescent lights. I'm going to shape this up here just because it's easier. When you're building, get really good at working more efficiently. Like just get shapes that you can repeat, repeat, repeat that look good. I think like for me, because I'm building really big right now and I do not have the time to like make tiny, tiny, tiny little things over and over again. Um, see, should it be this way or should it be horizontal? What would be better? -9. Well, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. So let's leave it like that. Um, there's no color. There's no like light. So that doesn't really look real, but whatever. We'll leave it. So now if I did this, I could just look through to find a like a texture that's going to have a little bit of brightness to it right here. If that makes, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to make this kind of a creepy, I don't know, is yellow a creepy? Is there such a thing as creepy yellow? Today there is. So let's sometimes also what I do, I make sure I can see it through the bottom, and then I want to see it through the top. Because as long as I don't have anything, like if I'm not standing on the top, I don't care what that looks like. I'm gonna hide it. And so you can build so much faster if you can touch your assets from the outside. So instead of sitting there trying to perfectly look through this, I can just be like manipulating them from out here, and it's just so much easier. All right, let's see. That a little extra one, delete that. So now when you look through this, look at that's so creepy. Why is it creepy? We don't know, but it's creepy. Um, that's so funny. I want to make like drops of water, like when you walk right here, you know, put a drop of water in, and like sounds. And the cool thing is, because this texture is the same, the horizon, oh wait, what is that? The horizon kind of like just drifts, except that, oh okay, that is the outside. So I just need to move this. Oops, grab the little widgets. Yes. There we go. So now when you're here, and if you spawn in, this is what you see. Ooh, floor. Let's do black floor. Yeah. And, oh, which one was it? Which one was my dark black? Nope, it was not that. I really do want to make sure I'm using, like, the lowest triangle possible. So material 6. Not lowest triangle. Lowest material. So material 6. There, plus it's just straight black. Okay, so like what I did in the Mardi Gras scene last year, because I thought I knew what I was doing, I just made, like if I wanted something blue, I used an image texture. Instead of just going in and making like Principled BSDF texture, I used like a photograph. So it's such a heavy scene because of that. Like it's literally the worst. And I spent most of the day before the Mardi Gras festival this year trying to optimize it so that it would actually work. And it's 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Just do it right the first time. So a lot of these things I'm hopefully trying to teach you, it's going to help you later. Like even if you're building something simple now, it probably is enough to get by. It's like learning how to drive in a country town. Yeah, you can drive, you know, you can go through the stoplights, but you better not go to Seattle. You better not go to LA, because all of a sudden you're gonna have to know how to drive. They're not. You're gonna have to do it or not. And so I think like when I was building small, I could get away with things, but now that I'm building bigger, I can't. Like it has to be done right. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for. I don't like the bottom of this because it's like brighter than it should be. But as far as just getting in here, spawning in, let's see, that's about as far back as you can get. This is perfect. This is like the start of a liminal space. Next time, so we'll probably continue this next week. I will build it, and then next week we can add like the special effects. If there's sounds, maybe there's sounds as you go through. Maybe there's something that comes out and gets you. Lots of options there. Let's see. Does that look better there? Nope, I like it better that way. Yeah, and then once you have this, like, actually, if you were like, guys, I need to do this quick, you just copy, paste, and like I'm just doing it quick, but you could have a huge scene in basically 2 hours. You could have an entire 9-piece maze built out that then you can put whatever experience you want to have inside it. It could be a beautiful hotel. There could be hotel room doors in back rooms. In Roblox, that's what they have. I'm hoping I have the name right because I play a lot of games with my son, and I all I know is like, is this the hotel game? And he's like, yeah, just don't get eaten. But so you have to hide in closets, and then you have to go into the hotel rooms. You have to look for stuff. So I think that would be really cool, and I think it's called back rooms. But yeah, we definitely need something cool like that here in Decentraland. So I am building this and putting it towards something bigger. It's not just going to go sit in the archives, and so hopefully each week we're kind of like adding to a bigger build. Because I think that's the best way, like the most efficient way to do it, and then it's kind of cool because you guys have seen it being built as you go along. Oh, let's see. So Fancy says, using arrays might be useful repeating objects, but I've forgotten how to already. Fancy, I don't know how to. I haven't used that. So maybe we could learn that together because anything like that, I think would be super helpful. And you kind of know things about yourself. I know I get stuck in the habits that I know. Like, if I know how to do it a certain way, come back in 50 years, I'm going to be doing it the same way. Like, I'm just, sometimes change is hard. Oh, look at that. That's cool. So I have to know that about myself and be like, maybe I should, be open-minded, learn a different way to do it. So arrays, Fancy, that might be a good one. I might look for a texture that has a little bit of glow on the ceiling, but it also is cool because you kind of can't see where the ceiling starts and ends. So I kind of like that too. Okay, Fancy says it's very simple. I just have to go back and try it a few times. I made stairs, but the avatar got stuck. Yeah. There could be some really cool ways to get avatars stuck here. Let's see. Do we want to put a trap in right away? Let's see. Icosphere, I don't think we need it too heavy in triangles, so we'll just put it here. Object. Alright, let me pull this out. It's always funny when somebody just laughs. You're like, what are they doing? Okay, let's see if this works. Da, 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 da. Let's try this. I love that this is a trap. It looks so pretty. That one, we don't need to go that far down. Just do it like that. Okay, I think that would trap somebody. But it would be, well, it's like a pretty flower. So if I rename it to Model Collider, it will be invisible. You'll be able to feel a bump, but I believe this would do it. I think maybe I'd have to put a hole in the floor, and then if you get there, that's so diabolical, guys. So bad. Yeah, I think this would trap you because I inverted the faces. So in the past, that has worked. So if you're going through the red light hall, just beware. I have my my triangle trap for you. Ah, we'll play with that because I could see like this whole thing being caverns and being a spider web where it would be really easy to trap people in the spider web thing that I just made. Okay, so that is 1 hour. I want to honor everybody's time for coming in today. Again, I think we can do so much so fast. The more you build, the more efficient that you're going to get with building, and then more efficiency lets you just get stuff done faster, which lets your creative process go faster. And so I think that's what you want to do. I did. No, do I want to save it? Yes, I want to save it. All right, let's not destroy everything, shall we? Let's call it maze. That would be a funny way to be like, it doesn't take you that long to do it, so I just didn't save it. Like this took me like a day, like a half a day, I think. And it's all animated. I just got cool stuff going on. So like, since I'm building at this scale for some things, I'm trying to be as efficient as possible because I need to like cover a lot of space really fast. So that's what I mean by like, oh, ignore that. Get good at building so you can build faster. Because yeah, like I just can't build fast enough. I'm like, but I want it to look good too, so I don't want to like just cut corners. So lots of things you can do there. Okay, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna jump back over. Oh, hello, Ston. Let's see, let me turn my names on. Who we got? Harmony, OMO, Silent Peace, Brandon Manis, looking good in that default t-shirt. I'm not throwing shade. Miguel, hello, the doc woke up. Brittany, Jay, oh, is that the 3 amigas? Jay, Mary, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. I hate that one. The strong button. Jay, Mary, Fred, the 3 amigas, Empress Trash, welcome. Enya, thank you everybody for being here. Visitor 1346. You sound like a movie, Visitor 1346. Like that's the one that like got out. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. If you have any questions, I'm just gonna look through here. Let me know if you have any questions. It's pretty simple stuff today. I feel like at this point it is kind of like repeating some of the things that we've done before, just in a different way. And I really think that in like building in Decentraland, it's like maybe you only need to learn 10 skills in Blender, and then 90% of what you do is going to be those 10 skills. And then, every once in a while, you've got to learn about like, some alpha or like some kind of like, oh, what about the nodes? You've got to like learn this little thing. But most of what you're doing, I think, is like duplicating, repeating, stuff like that. So those are the things get good at. Next week we'll try to put some special effects in there and see if we can make it like do some crazy stuff when you when you come through. And everybody remember, thank you, Fancy. Reinforcing old lessons is wonderful, and you sharing can help others to encourage to build. I really like hope that these classes just inspire somebody. Like, if I ever do something and you're like, oh, that's cool, but I don't want to copy that idea. No, please, like, copy the idea. Like, that's what I'm doing, is I'm putting these out there. If I've got a good idea, I keep that to myself. Trust me. Like, not that I have a good idea, but like, copy anything I see. I think that's the like the magic in it. If you want to take this and just make an escape room, like, now you know how to do that. Everything I know, like, I took from somebody else, like Dr. Drip, Rustan, KJ Walker, like so many people. So like, we borrow from each other. So please, like, use it as inspiration. I hope people build some cool stuff. And if you go up in the sky, just come over here. Oh, don't forget your OP badge down here. There is an OP badge today. But then come over here, hit reload on the ground, anywhere that you can see like there's nothing there. And then come and just float through Dr. Drip's memories. And did his card didn't make it. I was able to put this in before the triangle limitation like happened. So now I get to find, oh, that one did not have a collider. What did you do, Kanasa? Let's see if I can land on this one. It's, oh no, it's turning the wrong way. Let's see, can I make it to the back of it before it? No, I can't, no. Almost. Let's see. This should have a collider. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, these are so fun, you guys. All you have to do is just take a few cool shapes, and it's so fun, like spawning up in the air and then jumping down and like scaring, well, not scaring everybody. Maybe I just scare myself and think I'm cool, but yeah, it is fun doing the hero pose. Okay, thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to close down. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that you want to learn how to do. Fancy said something about water, so I will look at a few ways that I have done water, and then maybe we can learn some more. I would love to make like ocean ripples. I think there's some cool stuff. So thank you so much again for being here, and keep building, and we will see you next week. Bye. Bye.